Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Double D Vintage Baseball Cards. Tonight it's going to be a shorter episode. I'm not going to stand and talk for 2 hours. I'm going to save the one of my wall for another day when I have more time, and I've been really thinking about all the stories I have with all my toys and stuff. So tonight I just wanted to show some pickups, and I've got an epic Grail card to show you guys. This is a card that it's not like $1 million card or anything like that, but it is a really special card to me. It's a set that I've wanted to collect my entire life. I have never purchased one. It's my favorite tobacco set of all time, or cigarette set. And I started collecting these things for a certain reason. So when I show the card, I'll tell you why. And yeah, I'm excited to show that card off. And then I also want to do a couple shout outs with some cards I picked up. I got some inspiration from some people out there. And then if you guys see right here, I've got, I'm starting a YouTube. And I got these cards from Scott this week. I got those 3, and I got a Bo Bichette, his art cards. I'm going to show those off another time closer up, but I made the tags already, but I wanted to have the tags on there before I showed them all off. And then I got that card from Nate, Tops 85401, and that's an epic Duke card. And I've got my Surf card. That's a 101 defect. It didn't come out right, so I canceled those orders. And then I got a card over there, a Dwight Gooden that I have up there. Let's see if I get a little closer. There we go. That Dwight Gooden over there, that I got that thing because I got inspired from Terry T-Mac baseball cards. I've talked about that card before. So I'm starting a wall over there of all the cards that I've gotten from YouTube friends and or got inspired by. So I don't have that many up right now, but to be continued on that. So let me just get into it. So you guys know I was into Ralph Kiner cards last time I talked to you guys. I told you guys I was going to purchase this card, or I had purchased it, and it showed up. And this is the 1949 Bowman. Really beautiful card. It looks better in the flesh because of the color. It's like a dark purple, bluish color. I just love it. And this was a really inexpensive card. I think around $40. Just an awesome card. So let me see if I can get a little better view on that. There we go, right there. That's the ticket. That glares bad, but yeah, just an awesome card. So that continues my run for the Ralph Kiners. You know, I got plenty more on the list, but I'm not like going after them or anything. It's just they show up. And then I got some random pickups on eBay. I just, you know, I get super random on certain cards. And let me see, I'll switch you guys a little closer. There we go. Right there. This one right here. I've been buying a lot of, I'm really getting into like not lower grades, but just lower price points. Just having less risk and just having fun with the lower price points. And this card, I want to say I purchased it for like $25 or $27. And this is the 1962 Whitey Ford Topps Sporting News. And this card was just awesome. I was really thrilled to get this. I mean, it looks like a 10. I don't see anything wrong with this card whatsoever. Just spectacular. It's an awesome card. Really pleased with this card. I just can't beat it. I mean, for that price, I'm kind of back on that. You know, I always talk about how I'm a guy who likes a lot of cards, a lot of nice cards rather than one big card. So I've been buying a lot of smaller cards. Spending, you know, $25, it just feels like, okay, that's not bad. It's like a blaster box right there. And that's like the sickest card in the world from 1962 in perfect condition. This next card right here. So I've been going down the rabbit hole of the PSA 4s, PSA 5s, and all thanks to my friend Shane, Shoebox Legends. He's got an awesome channel. Check it out. He shows some epic cards. He has a really, really epic vintage collection. It's huge. You don't see it all because he doesn't show that many cards per episode, but he has a spectacular collection of cards. He probably has more vintage graded cards than I do. So he just doesn't have the display set up like I do and show it off. But he's got an incredible collection. He's really knowledgeable, and his videos are really fun, and they're shorter than mine. So a lot of you guys just love him. Check him out. And he goes for a lot of the PSA 4s, and they look like gems. So I am inspired by Shane, and I picked this card up amongst many others on their way. But this is a PSA 4 Nolan Ryan 1975 Topps. Believe it or not, I do not own this card. This is the first time I've ever owned this card. Actually, I take that back. I had a mini version, graded 4, didn't look very good years back, and I sold it for like $15. So I bought this for $22. The only thing I can find wrong with it is the coloring right here. And honestly, it doesn't take away from the card to my eyes at all. Centered really nice, and the color pops. Just a beautiful, beautiful card. $22. I couldn't get myself to buy a PSA 7 for $200 or whatever they go for. There's just no way. And so $22, I got it in my collection finally, and it's one of his best looking cards. The Angels, right up my alley. So thank you, Shane, for the inspiration. You know, not that I don't have a lot of 4s already, but watching your videos and you sending me text messages with some of the cards that you've purchased for the prices that you get, it really has inspired me to go down that. You know, I've been selling a lot of my PSA 7s actually, and I have a bunch listed, and just to get the lower grade stuff in nicer looking, maybe not as nice looking, but very close and way, way, way less expensive. And for me, you know, I like to have a lot of cards. It's just fun for me. Takes the risk off the table too. So, yeah, my next card is inspired as well. Same thing. This was $12. And I did not have this card ever. So I'm starting to pick up cards that I have never had before. And I've always wanted. And this was $12. So how can you go wrong? I'm guessing there's some, you know, there's some corner damage. But other than that, man, it looks like a 10. It's so crazy. I actually think there might be one of those wrinkles in it. Yeah, there's a wrinkle in it. And you can only tell in this certain light under this certain, yeah, right there. So, really awesome. I'm so stoked. $22. I mean, $12 for this. $22 for the Nolan Ryan. $27 for the Whitey Ford. All three of these cards, and not even $100 yet. So I'm just super thrilled with that. Game changer, right? I mean, I go down different alleys all the time, and then my opinion will change, and then I'll flip the switch and go down a different road. But right now, I'm really happy with this. Not spending very much money, just having a really good time with it. And it keeps me collecting, keeps me buying cards, which is so fun. Put you right there. All right, my glory card for the night. All right, so this card right here was the reason this set, there's so many reasons this set is the greatest tobacco set of all times. But for me, in particular, it's because I collected a set that Upper Deck did. And I think it was, I was searching everywhere. I have a stack of them, but I couldn't find it in my boxes, and so I gave up. But I believe it's from 1993 Upper Deck, and they came out with a triple folder set, and it's identical to this set right here. The 1912 T202 Hassan cigarettes tobacco card. I mean, I've been searching and almost pulled the trigger for years and years and years on one of these cards. Why haven't it took me this long? So many different reasons come up. I tons with blurry faces and price is not where I wanted it. And you know what? I pulled the trigger on one that I just thought was glorious, and I couldn't miss this thing. I was just like, this one's going home with me. This thing cost me $400. I don't care about telling the price. I didn't even look up comps. I bid, I think, like $460. I guess I looked up comps, but they're all over the place. Twos, and they don't come up all that often in threes, and a lot of the faces are blurry. And dude, this card is so sick. Christy Mathewson. I mean, this is the T206 replicate. So this isn't a crease all the way through. This is one of those wrinkles, right? So it doesn't even go all the way through the card. That's the damage on the card right there. And so, me and the combo cards, I got 3 incredible players right here. So I got Chief Myers, and he was Christy Mathewson's main catcher. I mean, these guys work together. These guys worked together too and did many other things after baseball together. So it's just really cool. And then you got Art Devlin in the middle, also played on the same team. And I know this set, Christy Mathewson is prevalent in it. There's actually 10 cards featuring him on the outer border, the outside card. And there's 10 of them. So you can get these very, relatively inexpensive. And it's just awesome. And they tell stories on the back. And, me and the combo cards, I got 3 incredible players here. So I thought I'd tell just a little bit about each player. Nothing too crazy. But first I'll tell you about the cards. So I got all my information. So basically, the reason I picked these 2 players right here, and Art was just kind of a bonus, was the fact that I just finished a book that Christy Mathewson wrote. Gosh, I wish I had the name in front of me. I really should be telling everyone the names of these books. But he wrote a book back in after his playing days or during his playing days. I don't exactly remember when, but regardless, I just finished it and it just hit the spot. This card popped up and there we go. And I know Chief Myers from another book, and that was called The Glory of Their Time. I believe that's what the book was called. It's an epic Audible book because they're actual interviews with like Chief Myers. He's in it, John here, and you hear their actual voices. So if you're going to read that book, get it on Audible because it's just spectacular. It's so good. So he was in that book. So I hit 2 birds with one stone with this thing. And he's the catcher for Christy Mathewson. So it's just a magical card. And this card will never leave my collection. This will be one I hang on to forever. And I know I'm going to go down the rabbit hole of these. Once I buy one, I'm going to buy more of these Hassan cards or Hassan cards. I'm not sure how to say it. But all right, so these cards right here, these were inserted into the packs of Hassan cork tip cigarettes. So each of these cards were in that pack, and they fold in. So it's like a book. So they fold out. So you're supposed to set it on the counter, right? Just really cool. And like I said, Christy Mathewson was on 10 of these cards. Ty Cobb appeared on over 6 different combination of cards, sometimes in the middle, sometimes on the outer books. And let's get into the center player, Art Devlin. Art Devlin was born in 1879. He died in 1948 at the age of 68. And Devlin spent most of his 9-year baseball career with the New York Giants. So it's so cool. All these guys played on the same team together, and he was the 3rd baseman for the New York Giants. I'm going to tell a quick little story that is on Wikipedia. I've never read a book on Devlin. I've heard about Devlin in a few books, but I don't know much about him. So I just read the Wikipedia thing, and I thought this was pretty funny. Devlin had a short temper, and on one occasion in 1910, jumped into the grandstands, grandstand at the Polo Grounds to beat up a fan who called him a dog. A dog? I don't know. Maybe I meant something really bad back in the day, but really, that's not that big of a deal. So I'm going to put this card down right here. And then I'm going to talk about Christy Mathewson and Chief Myers. So let's see. I'm going to post this guy up. Post it up like, let's see. Camera like this. There you go. Put this like this. All right, that's not bad. Kind of hold it up like that. All right, so Christy Mathewson. Let's dig into him. I mean, what can you say about Christy Mathewson? He was one of the first 5 members of the Hall of Fame in the very first induction into the Hall of Fame. Absolutely incredible. He was born in 1880 and died in 1925, so he did not live very long. I didn't read how he died, but he died at the age of 45. Very sad right there. And here, I'll hold it like that. There we go. And Christy Mathewson's stats are out of this world. 2-time World Series champion, 1905, 1921. 2-time Triple Crown winner, 1905, 1908. 4-time NL wins leader, 1905, 1907, 1908, and 1910. 5 times NL ERA leader, 1905, 08, 09, 11, and 13. 5 times NL strikeout leader, 1903 to 1905, and 1907 and 1908. And he pitched 2 no-hitters. There's just so much more interesting stuff about Christy Mathewson, but I'll leave it at that. Just really, really, really awesome player. Incredible. And then, next up, oh man, sorry about that, guys. Chief Myers. All right, Chief Myers, he was born July 29th, 1880, and died in 1971. He was 90 years old. So pretty incredible. Lived a long time. Really good guy. Myers, like I said, he was the primary catcher of Christy Mathewson. So that's pretty awesome. Myers was interviewed, like I said, in Lawrence Ritter for The Glory of Their Times in 1964. So check that book out. It's just spectacular. Really awesome book. So yeah, that's my show tonight. Super short one, and I really have been excited to show you guys these cards, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and thank you guys for listening. And the next one I cannot wait to do. It's going to be one of those long ones. I'm going to tell the history of my collecting career, regardless if the card guys out there really want to watch it. I want to do it for myself. So double shaka, guys, and we'll catch you guys soon. And anyone I talked about in this thing, I'll tag you guys at the bottom so you guys can all check them out. Check out their shows. Okay, later, guys. Shoots.